Hey guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? I want to do some walk rants, and I want to bring up some things that, a couple things that I've never completely addressed before. In one case, I never have. In the other case, I not really have them completely, but barely have. So first, I want to say I want to pick out 4 guitarists in history, and I hate to do that because it leaves out a bunch of people, of course. But each of these 4 guitarists saved something about music or rock and roll, and I want to explain what I think about that and who saved what. So the first person is Jimi Hendrix. To me, Jimi Hendrix saved guitar. He saved guitar because no one else was doing guitar well enough or wild enough to get through the cluster of other things happening that could have happened instead of guitar gaining a foothold in culture. There were lots of discotheques and that kind of thing. Our equivalent today would be like a rave, like where nothing really musical is happening. It's just a bunch of people getting together and rocking out and just dancing and all that. Well, nothing wrong with that, but it isn't guitar. And that's what was happening a lot in Jimmy's day. Not so much disco, not raves with EDM because that hadn't been invented yet, but just disco stuff, disco music and all that. And Jimi Hendrix just came along and saved the guitar. I think my feeling is, if Jimi Hendrix hadn't come along, I'm not sure how many people would be playing guitar today, but maybe none would. Who knows? Who's to say? But I think Jimi Hendrix saved guitar. That's number 1. Number 2, Eddie Van Halen. To me, Eddie Van Halen saved rock and roll. Now, rock and roll, again, there was this disco was happening around Eddie Van Halen's time too. There was disco. There was nobody doing anything great in rock and roll. Nobody really stood out. Nobody was doing anything different. Everybody was getting nervous that nobody had anything left to say on the guitar or in rock and roll. And Eddie Van Halen came along with Eruption and just said, "Yeah, there is." And just him and his band Van Halen just saved rock and roll. It kept rock and roll from dying on the table. I have a feeling. Third, Yngwie Malmsteen. To me, Yngwie Malmsteen saved heavy metal. He saved. Without Yngwie Malmsteen, people would have forgotten all about the shred thing of the 80s. Nobody would be like, nobody would have really challenged Eddie Van Halen in history except maybe Randy Rhoads, but very, very not much, not a significant challenge to Eddie Van Halen. And music wouldn't, and heavy metal would have died. I think he saved heavy metal. He saved the classical type of guitar rock from dying because he did it with heart, conviction, and skill. So there's that. 4th guitarist, Alan Holdsworth. Now, to me, Alan Holdsworth saved music because at the end of the day, who's done anything that just nobody else has done? Name one person that's done something that no one else has ever done. Well, the answer is Alan Holdsworth played lead like no one else ever has. I try sometimes, but I'm wise enough and humble enough and smart enough to realize I'm not really completely I can't play like him, and I'm still looking to try to. I haven't figured it out yet. I've come closer, and I've done some things that aren't too bad, I don't think. But he's the only one that actually, played something that no one else has ever played. And that's, at the end of the day, that's going to save music, because when the tape gets sent to the outer space with a capsule of what humans did with guitar music, all you have to do is put an Alan Holdsworth song or solo in there, and the aliens would get, oh wow, these guys are smart. They want, at least if everybody can play like that, we're really in trouble. The aliens would think. But they wouldn't realize, or maybe we would tell them that no, only one person played like that. And that guy was Alan Holdsworth. So that's the first section of this video, is the 4 people I think just saved something about guitar or music or whatever. Now I'm going to say something that just came to me today. I've been toying with the facts of this, but it didn't hit me till today, exactly today. Okay, this is not a stretch for glory on my part. It's just something that I just happened to find a connection to me and Eddie Van Halen based on our birthdays, and it relates to Mozart. I almost tried to make a contest out of this. Maybe I will. I'll make a contest out of this, because if I just say it, it's going to sound like, well, who cares, and he's just bragging. So I'm going to make a contest. What the connection does Jimmie, Rex Wiseman, Eddie Van Halen, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart have? And the only hint, oh, here comes the dang ambulance. Okay, the only hint I'm going to give is it has to do with numbers, okay? It's a numerical connection. I'm not going to say any more. I'll search. If you find the answer, text it on this video, because I'm only going to search this video for answers to this question. On this particular video, I will look at all my comments eventually, if not right away. And the winner, the winner of the contest, I have to think of something I'll give them. Gosh, let me think. The winner of the contest has the choice to become this is a big thing here. Let me just make sure that I'm willing to do this. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. The winner of this contest, whoever thinks of the connection between me, Eddie Van Halen, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, because there is one, I will let Jesus, cars are loud. I will let that person become a limited editor on my channel. I will let them edit my channel as a limited editor. They will have the option to have some amount of pull in my channel, and I'll let that happen for 3 weeks. Okay, seems to be good. 3 weeks time, 21 days. Tell me, you'd have to tell me your email is all I would need, I think, email address, and then I would send you an invite to accept or not, and then I will make you just have a little bit. You'll be a limited editor, but not on my channel for 3 weeks, 21 days. If anyone gets this, the only hint is that it's something numerical or has to do with numbers. I just thought of it today, and I'm the number whiz here. I mean, at least I used to be, or maybe I still am. I don't know. It just now hit me. Oh my God! It's like it's been staring me right in the face, and I figured it out myself just about an hour ago myself. So anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.